Territory, taking territory, taking territory, taking territory, taking territory. Hi guys, I'm outside again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back and welcome to day 125 of 365 days of Fear Not, where we eradicate the spirit of fear by learning, using, and applying the word of our Heavenly Father, Yahuwah, through the blood, the sacrifice, and the resurrection power of His Son, Yahushua HaMashiach. You know Him as Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I am Radia Mallard. I am your companion on this journey, and I am a companion of those who fear Yahuwah and who keep His commandments. We are on this journey together, and I am excited to be here to study yet another wonderful principle that we can apply to our daily lives as we walk our faith out. Okay. So we were talking on day 124. We were talking about, don't fear anyone, just fear Yah because He can destroy your body and your soul. And so today we're going to continue on with this. And again, this is the Messiah speaking, none other than Him, none other than the Word incarnate, none other than the Son of God. These are words out of His own mouth. So there is no interpretation because He said it. Okay. And He spoke in parables, but He spoke clear enough for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear to understand it. So if any of this is confusing to you, go to your prayer closet, go pray to the Father, seek the Father, and say, according to James chapter 1, verse 5, I am asking you, Father, to give me wisdom, open my eyes, open my ears, and help me to understand this word, because we know that your Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, came and He gave instructions easy enough for a child to understand. Okay, so there is no confusion, there's no shadow of turning, there is no pompous, it's just simplicity. It's easy to follow the word of Yah. He made it easy for us to follow. It's us who make choices to disobey, and it's disobedience and ignorance that puts us in positions to where we are struggling with our daily lives. Disobedience and ignorance. There's nothing else. Okay. So both of those can be overcome. If you're disobedient, start obeying. If you're ignorant, start reading your word. Simple as that. Two simple fixes, right? And He gives you the wisdom and knowledge that you need to understand, to process, and to apply. All right. So there's discipline that's also involved in being a follower. But the answers you seek are all in this word. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Our verse for today is 10 and 31, and it reads, Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. So in 10 and 29, we basically explained on day 124 that, not a sparrow doesn't even die without God knowing and acknowledging that this thing died, because it's His creation. He loves His creation. And so He's tracking everything, and He numbers the hairs on our head. So it says, whosoever, he says that we are of more value than that sparrow. That was in verse 29. All right. He doesn't want us to die in our sin. He doesn't want to destroy our body and our soul, because He created us for a purpose, an eternal purpose, not just a temporary purpose here till we die. This is just the prequel. He created us for a purpose that's eternal. All right. So this is where we learn this is where we sharpen our skills. This is where we sharpen our gifts. This is where we use our gifts, because they will be magnified in the heavenlies, when in eternity. All right. 32, whosoever shall confess me before men, him will I confess. This is again the Messiah speaking. This is Yahushua HaMashiach speaking. Okay. He is saying, whoever will confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. Simple. All right. If you confess him, he will confess you. He will contend for you. He will speak up for you. Because you acknowledge him, he's going to acknowledge you. However, number 33 says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. So if you deny the Messiah, if you deny Yahushua HaMashiach, if you deny Jesus Christ of Nazareth, if that's, if you deny him, deny that he is the Son of Yah, deny the sacrifice that he made, deny who he is, deny that it was through him that everything was created, deny the fact that he was there from the beginning, deny that he was born of a virgin and came here as the word incarnate to teach us and to instruct us. Deny the fact that he died for our sins and our iniquities, and that he bared the burden according to Isaiah and 53, I believe it is. Our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. If you deny that, denying him in any way, he's going to deny you before the Father. When is that going to happen? When you die. He's going to say, depart from me, I never knew you. You can't petition unto him if you spent your whole life denying who he is. How are you going to ask him, speak on my behalf? You didn't acknowledge him. You denied him before men. You profess to be a Christian or believer, but you didn't act like one. You caved into every whim of this earth. You were too busy wanting to have fun. Go to the park, don't go to the club and party and fulfill the works of your flesh. You denied him. You denied him when you said, I'm not going to give this up because this works for me. I'm not giving this up for Christ, you say. You deny him when you do that. If it's right there in your face that this is a sin, it's right there in your face that you're professing to be a believer, but you're bowing and worshiping idols, people, things, money, and you're not willing to give that up for him. This is over here. You're denying him before men. 34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. This is out of Yahushua HaMashiach's mouth. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I have come not to send peace, but a sword. We talk about the sword. It cuts, right? But it also heals, right? But there is resistance to this word. There is hatred for the truth. He comes to bring a sword, the sword of truth. Your armor is, the sword of the Spirit. All right, you're wearing the belt of truth. Truth hurts, cuts. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, like we were reading the other day. Father's going to turn against who? Where does it say? Where did it say? Oh, verse 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. Why? Because of being a follower of the Messiah. You will be hated. He's come to set variance or, between you, because that truth, some people don't want to hear it. Your family don't want to hear it. Your friends don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear it. Okay? So, a second. Oh, what did I do? What was this? I did something. They don't want to hear it. Comes to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Your own family is going to be against you when you follow him. Not in all cases. I thank God that I thank God that my husband's not against me, right? I thank God that my husband doesn't hate me. But other family members, I can't say that. Even my children, I can't say that. And the variance, really, they may not hate me, but there are things they don't understand, as far as like, I cannot compromise. Like, I cannot be afraid of losing a human being, whether I gave birth to them or not. I have to reverence my father. And he says, hey, fear not the one who can destroy your body, but the one who could destroy your soul and your body. That's where I'm at. But I love them and I want them to be saved, but I'm not going to compromise anything for that. I don't care who you are. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. You're not supposed to hate them, right? There's an interpretation that says he that hates father, he's not saying for you to hate anybody. What he's saying is you don't love them more than you love him. And you're going to have to choose. Is it going to be him, or is it going to be your family? And if you choose your family above him, you just made them an idol. You have just turned that into idolatry. If you don't confess him before your family, because they don't want to hear it. And I had a family member that was like, hey, you would give up a relationship with me just so you could talk about God? Yes, absolutely. You can kill my body, but you can't destroy my soul. And you've never done anything. You haven't done not even a fraction of the things you have done for me that my father has done, that Yahushua HaMashiach has done for me. Heck no, my loyalty is to them, not you. I don't care if you got the same similar blood. That's nothing. The blood that you carry, the blood that we have in common, the DNA or whatever that we have in common, is nothing compared to the blood of my Messiah. I'm his kin before I'm yours. Number 38, and he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. You got a cross to bear. But he says, put your yoke upon him, for his yoke is easy and his burden is light. You don't have to carry it by yourself, but he's saying you got one. He says you're not worthy of him. If you're not willing to bear a cross, if you're not willing to go through some stuff, if you're not willing to walk through the fire, if you're not willing to get thrown in the fiery furnace, if you're not willing to get delivered up, you're not worthy. He paid a mighty price for you. And you can't even handle just a little bit of people talking a little bit about you. Who cares about them folks? Who cares? They're not the one who provides for you like they provide for they don't provide for you. What you care? You up here worrying about what they think. Number 39, he that finds his life shall lose it for my sake. He that finds his life shall lose it. And he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. Let's see what life is. Is it in here? He that has found his soul has lost. Oh, let me see. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. Seek the Lord on that one word. He that finds his life shall lose it. Right? And he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. Number 40, he that receives you receives me. And he that receives me receives him that sent me. In other words, if you are a disciple, if you are a follower of Messiah and people receive you and don't reject you for giving his word, then they are receiving him as well. And they're receiving the Father as well. Because it says, he that receiveth you receives me, and he that receives me receives him that sent me, which is the Father. He that receives a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receives a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. All right. Yahushua HaMashiach was a prophet. Yahushua HaMashiach was a righteous man. If you're walking in him, right, and he's called you to be a prophet to the nations, those that receive you as a prophet in the name of who? The prophet, shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receives a righteous man, but we're only made, our righteousness is as filthy rags. We're not righteous of our own accord. We're righteous through him. It is him that makes us righteous. It is the Father it's the Spirit that's in us that makes us righteous. The same Spirit that rose Yahushua HaMashiach from the dead, that Spirit makes us righteous. We are not righteous absent that. It doesn't matter how many works we do. It don't matter how much we give, how much we clean the church, how many times we go visit sick folks. That doesn't make you righteous, right? It's honored, but that doesn't make you righteous. Okay? There's other things that make you righteous. All right? Doing works doesn't make you righteous. Doing works is a result or a fruit of righteousness. Number 42, and whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, truly I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So this is the study for today. Okay? Confess Messiah before men, and he will confess you before the Father. I don't know about you, but that's the best lawyer I could ever have. You know, being professed in front of the creator of the universe. I'd love to have that. I'm excited about having that. The one who created all of this, and I have an advocate for me just by professing him, just by saying, hey, I'm a believer. This is who Messiah is. I follow Messiah. And I have a advocate with the creator of the universe. Of course. Why wouldn't I pick that? Why wouldn't you pick that? Okay. So that concludes my study today. I hope you guys were able to bear me sitting out here and the birds chirping. I don't know if you can hear them in the background, but it's a beautiful thing because I'm walking in light. I can see color. I can hear birds chirping. Okay. I'm above ground. Hey, creation is singing, right? Creation itself is proof that we have a creator. It's springtime out here, and I'm seeing the leaves on the tree budding. And I have a lake that I can look at, and there's fish in there brimming, and I can see ducks, and I can see green grass, all different types of species of plants, flowers, rocks. I can hear, and it's good because he created it. And all of these things are thriving. I don't have to lift a finger. He's taking care of all of it. And he says he thinks even more of me than he does of these things. So I should never be concerned if I'm going to be provided for. Never. Neither should you. Made in his image. Okay? So, again, for those of you who believe in Messiah, may Yahuwah bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. And may he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace on this day. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Until the next time when we will be studying day 124, 126 of 365 days of Fear Not. We're almost halfway there, guys. Or are we? No, we still got a ways to go to get halfway there. But this is the conclusion of the Sermon on the Mount. I hope you will take time to read it, absorb it, get it into your spirit, because it is a summary, right, of how to walk, how to talk, how to live life as a believer. All right. So take care. Bye.